me put it in terms of, say, one commercial company competing against another commercial company in the same general business space. CEO of one is always looking at CEO of two, saying how much faster are they moving? What special sauce are they bringing into their product that threatens our market dominance? This is going on every day in commercial industry. Well, it's also going on between states, in this case in AI. So the problem is with states is you can get a lot with industrial espionage, but it's a little harder to do when you have a nation state like China, and both sides, the United States and China, are talking about how much they're each doing in AI, but how much is reality and how much, again, is the hype? Well, you need a lot of intelligence assessments. And I found this out from my earliest days in Project Maven, where I would ask these questions about, okay, and I'll stay very unclassified here, the People's Liberation Army, what does their AI stack look like? The Intel community is not spending any time collecting on, or at least they weren't at the time because nobody told them to. What is a GPU? Okay, well, we know where we have to start this conversation then is what does their compute look like? What do their models look like? Are they using open source or who's building them for China? What does their talent base look like? So this idea of not just technology, but then equally important on both sides, US China or US Russia, whatever you want to say, is what are they doing with the technology? What are they building new operational concepts? Are they actually reorganizing? When you start seeing bureaucratic reorganization, they're far along. We don't see that yet. We don't see it in the Department of Defense because we haven't figured out exactly what this new technology is going to do for us yet. So that's what I mean by this. And by the way, the US government used to have this thing called the Office of Technology Assessment. I think Newt Gingrich managed to kill that as part of the revolution in government, whatever. Now there's some serious work to bring something like that back. Now, I'm just talking about within the Department of Defense and the intelligence community. On the classified side, how do I bring in all this information, both unclassified and classified information, to give us a relative net assessment, us versus them, where do we stand? And it turns out that's pretty difficult to do because technology is not so easy to take a picture from a satellite of a GPU and decide how much farther they are ahead. So to me, we have got to do better at understanding vis-a-vis, the United States vis-a-vis China or Russia or anywhere else around the world, what they're doing in this area. It's such a big concept to get right, and it's hard because it's just not like collecting against tanks or nuclear weapons or something. I can't see it anymore, and as I say, there's no fluid coming out of a building somewhere to tell me that they're working on a particular project, or whatever.